Hello, Team 337. Welcome to race review number 5. This one is coming to us from the 11th of March, 2023. Another brilliant day.
A beautiful day down at Seacliff.
Who is this voice? This is Grant. You may also know him as 2117 in some of my videos. A very good friend of mine, and he's adding in some commentary. He's joined me today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And look, hopefully we can get some of the other crew here as well over the next couple of episodes. But yeah, fantastic. Great to have you here, Grant.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, here we go. So, as I mentioned, perfect day out at Brighton Seacliff. Perfect 12 to 15 knot sou'wester.
Perfect LT weather, Simon.
Absolutely. Yeah. For me as well. Not too heavy, not too light. So, yeah, perfect weather. You'll see upwind especially, we really get going. So this is actually, if you remember, race review 3.
Yep.
This is the race directly after it. So the same day, same course, and the race directly after it.
Yeah, just a touch windier perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah. A few mishaps in this one.
Yeah. Well, you won't spoil the...
no spoilers,
no spoilers.
A typical Team 337 hero to zero moment in there. But stick around.
Oh, no. He well makes up for it in other days.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Look, without any further ado, let us start. Here we go. As I mentioned, perfect day. And what do we got? We got a laser here for some reason.
Yeah.
But they're not part of the start this time around. So let's roll. We're about 1 minute out from the start gun, as we usually are.
A bit close for comfort there.
A little bit.
He should be a bit further away.
That's all right. So there we go. That's our 1 minute gun. Nice close spread.
Oh, nearly got to cleaned up.
Nearly got hit by the boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, cheers.
Cheers, mate. It's all about the beer.
Brighton Seacliff mug of champions here. All right, let's concentrate on this start. We've got
he's forcing me to drink from one of his many trophies here. He's kind of rubbing it in a big way.
That was not my intention. So interestingly, let me just pause it here. So we've got a lot of boats down here, including 2117 down here. I don't know why I got a weird pointer. Interesting. We'll just have to make do with that. But there we go. 2117 down here. Very competitive windsurfer.
We try.
Certainly one to be wary of. We've got a few guys up here. Now, who do we see out here? Actually, I have a...
Tim. I mean, sorry.
well, here we go.
69, dudes!
There we go. He's got his own theme song. So there we go. 69. Right out here. Unusual.
Yeah, very unusual. He's normally right at the windward start boat end.
Absolutely.
Holding that position well.
Exactly. And so, wonder why. We'll find out.
Yeah, okay.
We'll find out. But anyway, right out there, we've got 3 boats here. Boards, and then the rest down here. But got a nice little gap here with clean air. And this little gust here is about to hit us right at the start. So looking good.
So a few seconds to go. It's actually amazing how many people are heading towards the pin end in this particular race. Normally it's more bunched up at the windward end.
And I'm sheeting on now, I think. Yep, there we go. So I'm trying to anticipate.
911 is bearing off.
Yep. So good start in clean air.
Yep. Nice fresh conditions. Good to see your leeward rail dug in there. It's actually good. You've got the nose.
A little bit too much on some of these waves.
Yeah.
So I'm normally right out on the side of the rail there trying to promote it to lift up. But in this instance, I'm really trying to keep it down.
Yeah.
Put some weight on the rail.
Do you think you've got your centerboard? I can't see there all the way down, or you got it up a little bit?
Grant's asking this because he knows that something happens later on with regards to my centerboard.
No, I'm just thinking like, owing to you're possibly on the lighter end of the scale.
That's right.
In terms of the fleet, and you're already starting to lift up on that rail in this sort of like probably getting close to 15 knots at the start.
Exactly.
Whether or not you're electing to take your plate up a little bit to counteract that tendency to lift up.
I should be, but I can tell you right now that it's right down, and you see the rail come right up there.
Yep.
So it's right down, but manageable for now. So speeding along, going good, as fast as anyone out there. 399's got a good turn of speed up here, and he's tacking now.
Yeah, so he's tacking right on the ley line as far as I can tell.
He is, but I didn't really know that. So I've got him on starboard here.
Yep, he's going
and
around
I can see him go, and then I go, oh, I better tack here. So throw my tack.
So you're a few degrees up further than what you needed to be, which gives you a nice possible opportunity to bear down a little bit.
Which is exactly what I do. I've realised I've overlaid the mark at this point, and so I've bared off a couple of degrees, like you say, right? And going for ultimate board speed.
Yeah.
If I'd had my time again, I would have probably tacked before I crossed with 399, and I would have been ahead at this point. But
you're coming up fast, and the buoy is also coming up fast.
Yeah. Now this is fully powered up kind of sailing.
So interesting that you didn't slip in actually behind him and just with the speed try to power up behind on his leeward side.
True. I could have done that, and I kind of do here, but just in a second with my weird mouse pointer, we'll see, there we are, there's the top mark there, right there. So
of course you've got 126 coming up on your leeward side.
Absolutely.
So you're probably conscious of that as well.
So a little while back I decided, all right, I'm just going to sit behind 399 and get him on the next leg, basically.
Discretion, the better part of valor.
That's it. You could go for it, but if you messed up, it'll be very messy. So I'll let him go round, and then I'll tack immediately behind him, and unfortunately he has a bit of trouble in the tack.
Yeah, he left it a bit...
and almost drops his rig, and that's kind of stuffed up my rounding. And then he's off, and then I've off as well. And
having said that, Steve is an awesome sailor, so...
he did that on purpose.
He did it on purpose to...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But you got your plate up nice and quick, good to see.
Plates up. Yeah, exactly. There's 2117.
Yeah.
Yep, here, look at that.
That's
perfect
me.
Trim.
No, notice the form, perfectly trimmed.
Perfectly trimmed.
Excellent. Why am I behind you, you may ask, but hey.
Okay, heading straight into this amazing gust here, and off he goes. Look at that. You did the right thing too, coming out to that ley line, because the breeze is coming in that side. So now I've got a decision to make here. Do I keep going to leeward of 399 here? I've certainly got enough speed to do it. But if you remember back to previous race reviews, I've been not so aggressive, and this time I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm going to head up and take him to windward.
And given that it's so gusty, and you've already got probably 15 knots, you're probably not pumping as much as normal.
I am, and you can see those sort of violent sort of shakes like that. I'm more surfing the waves, and this is going to be apparent why that's important in a second.
It always looks less windy on film than it actually is.
Correct. So yeah, the waves playing a big part at the moment. So rather than pumping the whole way down, I'm sort of pumping to stay on the waves.
Oh, yeah, you're going right up to windward.
Yeah, gone to windward. It's all looking good.
Right now, 399 is probably going, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. And then 399, talking of waves, we're going to see him hit the back of this wave here.
Oh, yeah. Digs the nose.
And,
oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's...
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you've got to be always watching for that.
Has happened to all of us, and often. So, poor 399 crashes out of the lead there and almost took me out. I was close, but
Very close.
very close. So, I'm now officially in first place,
And
I'm
you got 126 bearing down there on
he's
the
down there.
on the left.
pumping away. So, I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
See the beautiful Brighton Seacliff Yacht Club behind there.
There it is. Now here's the wing mark.
Oh, beautifully
Nice
rounded.
little jibe and
Oh.
oh.
Okay, that's
Okay.
6969.
All right, let's back that up.
Let's wind that back.
Let's wind that back.
I reckon that was sped up.
That was not sped up.
No,
No. So
he can't be that fast, surely.
I'll show you what happened here. So while I'm doing my little thing, coming down here, having a great time, I did not see him.
No, I
but
didn't notice him up to windward.
that's it.
Okay.
And he does an early jibe, so he actually comes into the mark fully jibed and
Yep.
powered on, and I didn't even know he was there. And why is he there? That's the question.
Why is he there instead of customarily out in front?
So what's happened is on this particular day, he decided that he would wait back at the start line for 59 seconds after we started.
Yeah, 59 seconds.
59
wow.
seconds. So here's a
And
full
yet-
minute.
And yet he's
behind
there by the second mark.
By
Okay.
the second mark, he's already in first place.
Impressive.
Yeah. So that kind of gives you an idea of the
second.
superiority.
He is second in Australia.
He's
Morally first, but
I'm going to say it. He's first.
he's first.
He's equal first.
He's good.
Yeah. So he's very good.
And we're very lucky to have him at our yacht club.
We are indeed. So anyway, I didn't know he was there, but there we go. There's his jibe, and then it was a surprise to me, basically. And I'm like, oh, okay, game on.
It's yeah, okay.
Off we go. So this leg, I think I timed it earlier. It's like 55 seconds long. This leg, not a very long leg.
Okay. So he's obviously come around the mark or come around to your windward side fully powered up. He jibed early.
He jibed early.
He already was in the gust, and you were transitioning, so hence the difference in speed.
Yeah, and I know he was there. I might have
Yeah.
handled it differently. So here's our bottom mark, and
But really, you know,
surrounding.
speed-wise, you're pretty much neck and neck, really. You know, on
Yeah,
that.
it
on
didn't have that
leg.
much on me.
Once you actually were powered up, and once you had, you know, the wind in your sail, there wasn't that much difference.
there wasn't. He was doing a bit more leech pumping
Yeah.
on the way down, which is interesting. Whereas I was more concentrating on the waist. Now, you asked before about me and my dagger board, whether it
Yep.
was up or down. So I just wanted to freeze frame here because I've come around the mark. I've gone to put my board down, and I haven't got it all the way down.
Right.
It's only halfway,
Oh.
and I want it all the way down. But like you say, I shouldn't have it all the way down anyway.
It's no.
Anyway, I'm
So you weren't thinking about it, right?
I wasn't- I
You
didn't even know.
You didn't push it all the way down. Okay.
yeah. I expected it to be all the way down.
Right.
The reason I point that out is in a second. So I'm keeping up with 6969, but sometimes I just get too tricky for my own good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I like the left-hand side.
Sure.
Often play the left-hand side, and it certainly worked for me up that first
Well, it's
leg.
interesting that he's actually going out to sea because I mean this is a typical southwesterly.
Correct.
At Brighton, and we've got the tide coming in this time of day, particularly because it's the second race. So
Mm-hmm.
even you'd be expecting Tim to attack.
Exactly.
6969.
So he's continuing on, and I mentioned in a previous video too that we avoid start finish lines
Yep.
unless we're starting or finishing, and this is exactly that situation here. So I make the call early to tack, and so I can clear this line,
Yep.
and I'm hoping that I'll come out on the lay line somewhere near 6969. So
Let's see.
let's roll the dice and
Let's
see how we
what
go.
happens.
There's my tack.
For what it's worth, I think it's tactically the right thing to do.
Thank you.
You know, you're
and
going. You got less tide effect. You know, you've gone far enough out to
That's it.
avoid the boats coming
this.
down on the reach.
Yeah, I've got this killer pressure just right here.
Yeah.
Heading straight into it.
It's actually looking pretty good.
Pretty good. And about now is when I realise, hang on, my centreboard's halfway up.
Not halfway. It's a little bit up.
It's a little bit up.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, that's perfectly fine. In fact, it should probably be a little bit up anyway, right?
Yeah.
But me, being me, think this is no good. I've got to get this centreboard down.
Oh, right. So, okay. So you actually invest some time.
Invest some time and effort.
Which isn't as
There it is.
easy.
I'm looking down there. I'm going, I'm going to stomp this down. I'm going to get it down. I'm going to, whoa.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right.
Oh, dear.
That's,
so I catapult myself
a
around the front of the
tragedy.
board.
So at the time you were holding your up haul as well, I noticed. Okay, so that's that's something that you do a lot. I know.
I'm still holding it.
I know Paul Dixon is very keen, and as in 6969 is also a proponent of holding the up haul. So, yeah.
Yes. So there we go. That's my swim, and lost quite a few places there.
And you got the plate down.
I managed to get the
You
plate
got the plate down.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a fairly drawn-out tactic to get the plate down. Possibly not beneficial for the race.
I should have just left it.
Should have left it. You were
Should have
going pretty
left it,
well. I mean,
and
you were
I-
matching Tim's pointing and speed.
That's it. And I feel I had the better tack there. So
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen what happened had I not stuffed it up. Anyway. And then for some reason, I'm not really going as fast now. Sometimes that happens when you fall in. You kind of, it takes a little while for you to,
Yep. Get back into the groove.
yeah. 15:23 up ahead there.
Okay. You wouldn't have thought you'd lost that much, but it's
I know, it
amazing
was-
how fast other players are catching up.
Exactly. Sometimes, 20 seconds in the water.
Yeah, he must have been pretty close though. Wouldn't have been that far behind to get that into that position. I'm loving the clear waters off of Seacliff. It's actually a beautiful place to sail.
Oh, isn't it?
Just putting a plug in for BSYC.
Absolutely. I had a comment in one of my previous videos saying there's something underneath you, and I think they're referring to the shadow
Yeah.
under there, but it does look like
This-
there's something ominous
Sand patches.
chasing me underneath the water there. So
And how fast would we be going at this point?
speed-wise,
Speed-wise.
or on the board,
On the board, yeah.
pretty close to the actual wind speed.
Yeah, so
be honest.
around 15
Around,
knots.
13 to 15 knots.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the acceleration there when we
Yeah.
get going.
Now he's starting to look better. Confidence is coming back. Energy's coming. Energy's returning.
That's it. And you can see I'm behind 399 again.
Yeah,
So
so
399
he's,
had a swim.
But his swim wasn't as bad as your swim, mustn't be.
No.
Which is surprising.
He had an
Because
excuse.
I would have thought on the downwind leg he would have been in the water longer.
True.
But that's a credit to him that he got up so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing with windsurfing, isn't it? You know, it's not only board speed, but there is the occasional fall in, and the art of sailing sometimes is the art of getting back onto the board quickly.
Correct.
And dusting yourself off and getting going.
Here's 2117.
What a
He's-
handsome guy.
What a handsome guy. So you just crossed behind me there
Yeah.
on that one. So you're nice and close, which is good.
One of those wing dingers.
Yeah. I think that was, I
Shane?
think it was Shane on the day, yeah. Here we go. You might have noticed the camera angle is quite low now, and that's because when I fell in, I think the pole kind of
Knocked around?
knocked around.
Yeah.
Normally there's a loop there, and I stick it through there, and
Okay.
that. So it makes it look faster though.
It's good.
And you can also see how significant the waves are too. It does get pretty lumpy.
How far forward is your mast base? I didn't notice.
My mast base is exactly in the middle
In
of
the
the
middle?
track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you played around with that?
I started with it further forward, but
Okay.
as you can see, when we're racing out here, especially in sou'wester like this, the chop and the waves is quite inconsistent, and
You just tend to bury the
big,
nose
little,
a bit more.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're basically sailing with it. So on flat water, I would have it much further forward, I think.
No.
But as you can see there, you just got to get over those waves.
I keep mine in the halfway point.
Oh, do you?
Pretty much all the
Oh,
time.
cool. Twins.
And it's obviously got a lot to do with conditions,
Yeah.
your weight, and your own
Here's some
personal
of those-
sailing style.
here's some of
But
those
this is
waves that can
pretty
come up.
short, pretty short start, sharp chop.
Yeah.
So
So
good tack, got it back. Planing quick.
now, I love around this top mark, I just kind of get slingshot down the next leg, which can happen.
Yeah.
I love that feeling because you think you can't go any faster. You think you're going flat out upwind, and then you go around the mark, and it's just like, phew.
Yeah. No, it's a good feeling when it comes together. Oh, that's 217. 2117 coming
There
up.
we go. Look at that.
Yep. No, good. Just bearing off.
Yeah. Good fun. And
Oh,
yeah,
399's
399's in again. Second swim.
Gosh. Oh.
Oh, and then
Oh, good catch.
I should have been paying
Good
attention.
catch.
I think.
Good catch. You know what they call that in German? It's Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
You're sort of
I
like,
schadenfreude myself. And that's let
You're
this young man through here on the right-hand side. Wait for it. Where is he? There he is.
Ah, okay. Wow, okay. So who's that 189 over there on the extreme right? Is it that?
Here?
Yeah.
That's 399.
Oh, 399. He's back up.
He's
again.
back up again.
Oh,
He
wow.
just- he bounces.
Jeez, he does it
He's-
fast.
Look, if you're going to go in a lot,
Wow.
then
he's got some.
be really good at
skills.
getting back up again. Absolutely. So I'm not really in this breeze here that you got.
Yeah,
So just coming into it now. So
got a nice little wave forming there. That's good. Six nine, nowhere to be seen.
no, he's
Disappeared
gone.
like a bullet.
He's probably at the bar.
He's already packed his board away.
Here we go. Starting to get.
I'm impressed with the catch though. Like that in that sort of situation,
far
like
too
when
good
you're
at
that
those.
far, when you're that far gone, it's
I-
pretty hard to catch them.
Nah, I can bend over backwards and
Ooh,
all sorts of stuff if I have to.
that's obviously a circus training.
Absolutely.
But you made up some ground there. You
Yeah, I've
actually
caught
come back
back
up on 399.
And here again, I'm going to take him to windward again. Poor guy.
Oh God,
He must be.
he's going to be
Yeah.
not sharing a drink with you at the bar
No.
today.
And again, it's all about catching the waves, as you can see here.
Yeah.
And sort of pumping when you're just going down the wave. And there's a textbook jibe there from
2117
Right.
out the front. Yep.
there we go. And then
Uh-huh. I was expecting to have to see Tim come shooting past you again, lapping you, or lapping us.
yeah, in a completely different race. There we go.
All right, to windward of 399.
Mm-hmm. Gives it a little look and then ducks back in. And then here's our bottom mark.
That wasn't a look, Simon. That was a glare.
There was a glare.
There's a difference, a subtle
And then,
difference.
yes, so Grant goes around now and I go around and
Oh, and what are you going to do?
well, put my centerboard down, first thing I do. And then, so, all right, so here I've got two choices. I can keep going and try and either sail underneath you or over the top. And then
You got
there's
399 behind there.
that's right. But I figure if I go this way,
Are we going for the finishing line?
we are going for the finishing line now.
All right.
And again, my second questionable decision of the race, but I thought I'll tack early and then hopefully just duck back in at the finish, and I might get you.
Come up on port and try
on
to
port.
get.
Whereas I probably should have just kept going. I had the speed.
Yeah. So the guy there, the green board, which is
That's
126.
yeah.
Is that 126?
I think it's 126. Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go.
So he's actually on the lay line for the finishing line. So
well picked.
I'm following his course. So I'm going to elect to
And
attack
it's
early.
15:23. So I thought tack early. I've got the rail coming up here now.
Lots of speed.
Lots of speed.
I mean, you had to do something, right? Like, following behind me and then getting my dirty air.
That's it.
That was a high risk.
That was the thought at the time. So
Yeah.
there's my tack. There's you
So
going across the
there's
finish
me.
line because
Yeah.
you've got a great little gust there. So well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's a fourth over the line and fourth
there,
on
yeah.
handicap that day.
Yeah.
And I go through. And I also lost a place to 399.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah. But there you go. That's how close it is on a day like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, be interesting to run that last little bit again because, I guess you're in a no-win position going up behind me. You had to make that. You had to make that call. I mean, I think from memory in that race, there was quite a lot more wind pressure just a little bit further out to sea. So I think we benefited from that, even though it looked like you were going fairly quick. But
Yeah, or even if I had have waited just a little bit longer before throwing the tack and just scraped in on that pin end, that would have been good too.
yeah, I think I went up fairly high. I was probably pretty conservative. I should have tacked to cover you almost.
Oh, look, if I had my time again, I would have just sucked it up and tried to just bear away and
Just power
get you on the
past
other way
me.
and then throw a tack on you.
No, it was a good good race.
So that was a good race. So,
Yeah.
I was
So
happy.
the lesson of that race is what? What can we take away from that?
A lot of things. So obviously the dagger board thing was a big thing,
Yeah.
but I would not have tried to put it down. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously that was detrimental, and in fact,
Probably not tacking on that first upwind leg.
It's another thing.
Waiting a few seconds too long, and
Yep.
should have tacked possibly before 399.
Knowing that 6969 was coming through.
Yeah, not having that peripheral vision. Mind you, the camera is pretty deceiving though, because it's looking all the way around, isn't it?
It is.
That's really your blind spot. You
Yeah.
may
So
have not
I did not
even known.
Did
that
not
he
know it was there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what could I have
But,
done
I mean,
about it?
he had to give way to you anyway. But,
That's right. I
would
could have
been-
luffed him and
Yeah.
put him into the mark or whatever, just for a bit of
That's
fun. But I think those are the things. And then that last bit of the finish, look, it could have worked wonders for me, that early tack, and could have got me a place.
Yeah.
But as it was, it lost me
Yeah.
one place. But it's all good. And again, being a consistency round, over the line doesn't necessarily matter. It's how fast you finish.
Yeah.
So
I think probably the big lesson is if the board's not looking 100%, but it's going to potentially stuff you up by trying to adjust something, just let it go.
there you go.
Adjust
That's the
it on
lesson.
Adjust it on the next go around.
Yeah, that's definitely the lesson right there.
Yeah.
Cool. And there's my mate there.
Hey.
Hey,
Gloating.
good looking fella. That's me telling him like my dagger board got stuck down, and you're like,
I'm saying,
you're an idiot.
whatever. Go on.
Oh, brilliant. I don't carry my board like that anymore, by the way. No.
Oh, look at that abuse.
I know.
Abuse grinding it up.
Ugh,
Oh,
horrible.
that's worth at least half a knot upwind.
Well, Grant, thank you for joining me.
worries.
It's so much.
It's been my absolute pleasure. It's been really good.
It's a lot more fun sharing this, and thank you for your insights. And hey, why don't you, that's you watching now, why don't you leave a comment and let me know what you thought of Grant. Let me know what other boards you'd like to be sitting in the hot seat here. Surely you've been watching other videos and you've seen some incidents and accidents.
We've seen plenty of incidents and lots of controversy.
That's right. So
But my vote is Mr. Pratt. Greg Pratt has
1523.
1523 has to be here.
The boom to the head incident.
The boom, the Ben Hur of Brighton and Seacliff. We need him pronto. He has to be
right here. Okay, I'm changing it. I'm changing it now. Comment below if you would like 1523 here joining me on one of these race reviews. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good to see you. Thank you.